Hey there, hillbilly hobo on a shoestring. Hobo shoestring. I didn't watch your video. I think almost all of it, especially where you went to the store, the Albertsons, right by the overpass, and it passes over the railroad tracks. You was talking about you showed your favorite coffee drink. Oh, it's better than that Starbucks stuff. Look, you dumbass, everything's better than that Starbucks stuff. I'm a chemist. Starbucks is some of the worst coffee on this planet. The tannic acid is so bad that I don't see how anybody can drink it. The tannic acid actually breaks down the caffeine. Actually, hobo shoestring, you're so uneducated that you didn't know that that can of coffee that you bought can't have any caffeine in it. It came from the original bean. If it says caffeine, it had to be, and still it'd probably be broke down. It had to be some variant of methylxanthine because tannic acid breaks down methylxanthine real quick. If you don't let that pot sit there too long, there ain't no caffeine left. Just a buttload of tannic acid, which will definitely retard your appetite, but won't drive up your blood pressure. So this is what I'm going to recommend a drink to you. I hope have a drink on me. I send in a little contribution. I think a penny ought to cover it. To the Hobo Shoestring Get Rich Merchandising Empire. And this is what I'm going to recommend because you was showing off your commercial. You're saying this ain't a commercial, but you're already working on that product presentation, product placement stuff. And then you turn around and you can try to squeeze. Actually, the artificial intelligence will read the label and recommend that product as an ad for your channel. You really think I'm stupid. You got a few wits, but I bet you somebody's been coaching you. So this is what I recommend is liquid death. That's what I recommend for you, Hobo Shoestring. Because number one, this is an aluminum can, not one of them dumbass plastic bottles and stuff. It's unlikely to, come loose in your bucket or your pack. Oh, that's right. You buy that 1 gallon. Mm-hmm. And unlike your coffee drink, it's full of tannic acid, which can potentially, because all aluminum cans, I don't know, this might be an exemption. I'd actually have to strip it to find out, are lined with a plastic. And that tannic acid in that coffee product that you showed would almost certainly be picking up fragments, pieces, and bits and pieces of that polymer, that plastic that lines all these cans. But these cans can be recycled infinitely. The aluminum is like the fourth largest element in the Earth's crust, super abundant, and we can save the plastic for the linings, which get, pretty sure they are destroyed during recycling. By the way, you can actually pretty easily, chemically using a caustic, remove the entire can from the plastic, and the plastic will still be intact as long as you don't break open that tab. That tab rips open the plastic too. It's actually real thick at the bottom. Down at the base is where that plastic's the thickest. But this is from like the Swiss Alps, and since it's pretty much close to, well, no, if it's set as snow for a long time, it will have lost because you being completely uneducated and stuff, most people are. Don't worry about it. You're below average, but close to average in the hobo world. Uh, Rain, as it falls, it picks up CO2, carbon dioxide from the atmosphere, and produces carbonic acid. That's what gives rainwater that lovely, slightly tangy kind of flavor, the delicious flavor. And actually, I'm sorry, I'm sorry about the trash that I'm about to pick up. Actually, today, I solved the mystery of the car that was sitting there. It was appears to be some Fort Hood soldier. At least I know exactly where he was at about 6:30 this morning or so. He dumped that car here after some hit and run or something. The cops were real grateful. I'm not being out there being a criminal like Hobo Shoestring. And so you ought to give this a try because you know, while I have to stay dehydrated because of edema, that's a result of endless impact on my legs in combat, especially that combat known as football. I have to kind of stay dehydrated. I don't drink much water. People always keep telling me to stay hydrated. Americans are the most overhydrated people on earth that I know of. They drink way too much water. That's why y'all are peeing all the time. In the living room, you might be an American, but when you're in the bathroom, you're a peeing. Sorry about that, folks, but I am going to. So that's what I recommend for you, Hobo Shoestring. Liquid Death. You ought to try it. It's probably not completely pure water, but it's about as close as you're going to get. Yeah, I believe it's Swiss Alps is when you really look at all. It's a great idea, and this was actually a gift to me by a young lady who had to assure me because everybody around here knows I don't drink. Not a booze hound, not a drug abuser. I usually, when I'm not depressed, I brush my teeth at least twice a day. You toothless braggart loser. You really are annoying. And you're out there, I guess, people just love losers. I'm not a loser. Actually, if you can see me right now, I'm usually, if you look at my eyes, you'll notice that about the only real lines on my face around my eyes they're called smile wrinkles, but you ought to give it a shot. I don't know what the hell they charge for these. I'm sure it's probably at least $2, but at least it ain't that nasty, toxic bullshit that you've been drinking. Later, Hobo. Hobo Shoestring. You go, girl.